This video popped up in my suggested feed on YouTube, and it says Massie among high-profile names in the Epstein files. So it looks like this video is going to expose Thomas Massie. So look at the thumbnail. So let's see how he exposes Thomas Massie.
Northside nightclub. Massie, Thomas Massie, named in the Epstein files. I just love it. Father-son, armed robbery.
So I clicked on this video hoping to find something that exposed Thomas Massie, because I have been supporting Thomas Massie, and I would not want to blindly follow anyone. Like I'm always seeking out information to kind of discredit whatever I believe. I don't always seek out confirmation biases. But that was it. That's all this guy did. He showed a list of names, which isn't even included in the Epstein files. That list that he's showing right there is just a list of names that somebody compiled. Like Elvis Presley's in there. There's all sorts of people that are in there. It doesn't mean that they're in it. All of the mentions of Thomas Massie that are actually in the files are tied to FBI press releases about the Epstein investigation, and they're all in there post the date of Jeffrey Epstein's death. There's no emails from Jeffrey Epstein to Thomas Massie. There's no correspondence. There's nothing that implicates Thomas Massie of doing anything wrong in the Epstein files. You go to Google, type in DOJ Epstein files. It'll bring up a link to the Epstein library, all the files that were released. You click on that. It'll ask you if you're a robot. It'll ask you if you're 18. You click on that, and then there's a search bar. You can type in Thomas Massie. You can type in Massie. Thomas Massie will bring up 11 results. The name Massie will bring up 19. I looked through all of them. There's nothing in there that's bad. And I suggest everybody go do that. Like, look into this stuff. Look into people. You know, I've actually spent quite a bit of time going through the Epstein files, and I've yet to find anything very groundbreaking or earth-shattering. There's actually a whole lot of mundane things like hotel reservations and different stuff like that. Now, there are interesting emails exposing shadow diplomacy, ties to like his people going and having meetings with Xi Jinping, being in China, like just, really upper echelon political, like backroom political dealings that are going on that most people don't really believe or understand how the world really works. But so go look it out. And this guy's not the only guy that's doing it. Lots of people are using, misleading clips and misleading headlines about people being in the Epstein files, basically to either discredit people or for political purposes. He's not the only one. But this video is frustrating to me because it's got a thumbnail and a headline that, implicates as though Thomas Massie did something wrong. And there's a primary coming up between Thomas Massie and Ed Galrain, and this guy is a small YouTuber. He's based out of Northern Kentucky, and this video only has several hundred views, but, several hundred views in a close Republican primary could be a big deal. So for anybody that might have seen this or thinks Thomas Massie has been indicated in some type of negative way with the Epstein files, that's very misleading and it's dishonest. The only thing Thomas Massie did was get the files released, and he's pressing people like Les Wexner and some of the other people that need to be investigated, especially when it in regards their ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, and comment.